Standing Order 125 of the Constitution and Article 125 of the Constitution and Article 153. Mr. Speaker, under Article 125 on power to call evidence, this House has power to request anybody to appear before this House, Mr. Speaker, as per Article 125. In that article, Mr. Speaker, it points out that this House enjoys the status of the High Court. Mr. Speaker, when you read Article 153 of the Constitution of Kenya, it talks about the decisions of the Cabinet that should be in writing, Mr. Speaker, and of course extrapolated. Mr. Speaker, I'm meant to understand that I have never, as a legal practitioner in this House, Mr. Speaker, in this country, and as a lawmaker, I have never gone into a situation where any entity or any person, including the President, can move the High Court to appear at their own convenient time. Mr. Speaker, I'm aware it should have been 11 that the CS, my good sister, CS of Gender, Aisha Jumwa, should have appeared. Mr. Speaker, we should reduce this House for just neatness, Mr. Speaker, so that you give...
Chalege, I think you are not in the House when this matter was...
No, I'm aware, Mr. Speaker, and that is where I'm coming to that.
So you should not take us back where we were.
No, I'm not taking you back, Mr. Speaker. I just needed your ruling so that you know this House, Mr. Speaker, anything we make is a precedent, and that is my worry. Just allow me 30 seconds to come home. Mr. Speaker, what I'm just saying is that, is it a precedent that when a cabinet secretary or any other witness would want to appear before the committee or the House, and you have invited them at 10, they can call the committee chair or the speaker and tell them, can I appear at 12? So my concern is the president, because the moment we allow this to slide, and you know it is in the answer, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, can I conclude? Can I conclude 30 seconds only?
You have already concluded.
So, Mr. Speaker, I needed...
I want you very well, Senator Chalege. I want you very well. This matter was well canvassed and the ruling was made by the chair. So let us not waste more time. So I asked Senator Mutinda to ask the question. What is happening, Senator Mutinda? Senator Chalege, I don't need any assistance as at now. Maybe on another matter, but not on this one.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And without wasting time, because I think we're behind time, on behalf of the Senate of Kirinyaga County, I will ask the question that he had posed to the Cabinet Secretary. And before that, Mr. Speaker, allow me to really appreciate Madam CS for finding time. I know she's always on a busy schedule, but as long as we are here, we can execute. The first question...
Sorry, let us clean up the process. So, clean out the order.
Order number 7, questions and statements.
So, the CS for Gender Culture, welcome to the Senate.
Thank you.
I understand this is your maiden appearance, so feel free. Senators are very good people, so as long as you are here, they were a bit agitated in the morning, but now they are relaxed. So welcome to the Senate, and feel free to answer the issues that the senators have. Proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And as I repeat, on Kirinyaga County, Senator James Murango, to the CS, the question was, are there plans by the government to establish a public library in Kirinyaga County? And if so, could the Cabinet Secretary clarify whether budgetary allocations for the same will be made in this financial year 2024-2025? That's the first question.
Both questions.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The second question, Madam CS, what actions is the government taking to ensure the establishment of public libraries in all counties where there is none?
Honorable CS.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable Speaker and Honorable Senators, from the onset, I convey my deepest apologies for the late appearance before this Honorable House due to circumstances beyond my control. My earlier request for deferral of my appearance before you, Mr. Speaker, were based on exigencies of duty on 2 occasions and on medical grounds on another occasion. Mr. Speaker, for each of these requests for deferral, I attach the supporting documents, and that's notwithstanding, I do here wish to respond to the question raised by Senator Mutinda on behalf of the Senator for Kirinyaga, Honorable James Murango. Mr. Speaker, that there are plans by the government to establish a public library in Kirinyaga County, and if so, whether budgetary allocations for the same will be made in the financial year 2024-2025. And the second one, action is being taken by the national government to ensure establishment of public libraries in all counties where there is none. Mr. Speaker, my response is as follows. There are no plans to establish libraries in counties, since the function of libraries was devolved to county government as per the 2010 Constitution of Kenya, and in particular, public libraries. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Is that for both the B and B? Do you have any supplementary question?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, on behalf of Senator Murango. Mr. Speaker, I sit in finance budget and I'm the vice chair. And the issue of the libraries are issues that as a committee really embarked on. Yes, especially the 33 counties that have, we have the counties, and we have employees and staff that have not received, their remunerations and salaries because of lack of disbursements of these funds. So when Madam CS, you clearly indicate that it is not the function of, or it's not the function in your ministry, then it leaves a lot to be desired. It's not really a fulfilling, I sit, and would request for much more of a detailed answer, because it's a bit shallow, because the 33 counties that have beneficiaries of the libraries really are keen to await the feedback. And to be more specific, of course, the county of Kirinyaga, where the senator represents, the county of Nairobi also, and among other counties that it's still not so enough, Mr. Speaker, to just summarize in terms of we are one government, and then there needs to be a responsibility that your office needs to take so as to ensure this money is reach the 33 counties. And at the same time, even if there are no plans by the government to expand, it's good because as Kenya Kwanza, I know we are honest in terms of saying the factual, yes, so that we don't give false hopes, it's fine. But as far as those 33 are concerned, what is the status of the 425 million?
Madam CS.
Mr. Speaker, responding to the question again by Senator Mutinda, my ministry, yes, handed over public libraries to 33 counties. However, there is a need to upgrade the existing services to fit into the envisaged county government expectations. What my ministry did since library function is the default function, the ministry did submit a proposal to IGRTC for onward submission to the summit for consideration of allocation of a ring-fenced conditional grant to facilitate establishment of libraries in the 40 public libraries. The disbursement of the was released to the same counties that these are the 33 counties which we handed over the public libraries to, because it is clear that money function. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Now, my screen here has several senators. Now, because I can see it's the same ranking as the other debate, we end the motion. I don't know whether still you want to, as it is, want to give your supplementary questions. You want to get 2 questions, but you are now comfortable with the one you requested. So let us have, I can see Mungatana again. Jumwa, is it on this? Maybe kindly then you log out so that I can see exactly who are interested to ask the supplementary questions. Senator Sosi, can you kindly clear the screen? Clerk?
I think I want to concur with Senator Mutinda that the Cabinet Secretary is not giving this House sufficient information regarding this question. Those functions. So he needs to come, she needs to and give a comprehensive response to this question. And not just for Kirinyaga, for the other counties as well. Because we are having a scenario where for functions which are devolved, most of them are still money-wise, they're still being managed at the national level. And then every time cabinet secretaries come here, they hide behind the issue that this house deserves a proper and detailed answer from the cabinet secretary. Mr.
Honorable CS.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As I said earlier, it's true that money follows function. And Mr. Speaker, I want to say that from our ministry or from my ministry, it's true that the monies were transferred to all the 33 33 counties that the libraries were transferred to. So that is the whole truth, Mr. Speaker, that we do not hold any monies for the 33 libraries. The 423 million.
Senator Mandago Jackson.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, libraries is a devolved function. I served in a county that had a library, and the library was devolved to counties. Honorable Speaker, once a function is devolved, if the libraries were not developed in all the counties, and it's the feeling of this House that we should have at least a county, then the only remedy to that, Honorable Speaker, is to ask for conditional allocation for development of those libraries, just the way some counties were given funds to develop county assemblies and also county headquarters. Otherwise, as is, Honorable Speaker, the function is devolved, and I think the CS is just shooting straight to the answer instead of so many sentences and still lying on the same thing. My supplementary question to the Honorable Cabinet Secretary then, if you say that libraries were devolved, how comes then that the only national library in Nairobi in Upper Hill was retained by national government? You should therefore, after this sitting, consequently go and gazette the transfer of that library to Nairobi City County. As for the other libraries, unless we do conditional allocation of grants for development, then the Cabinet Secretary will have nothing else to do. And since also Cabinet Secretaries are not responsible for allocation of resources, she is remaining with a lot of money in the actually address that matter, Honorable Speaker. Thank you.
Madam CS. Pick a few more questions, maybe it will save some time. Senator Maruma Jones.
Asante Mheshimiwa Spika kwa kunipa hii fursa ili kuuliza swali la ziada kwa Mheshimiwa Waziri Asha Jumwa, na kwanza nimpe kongole kwa sababu ni wakati wake wa kwanza kuja katika hili bunge la Seneti, ya kwamba tunakutakia mema katika utendakazi wako dada yetu katika hii wizara yako. Mheshimiwa Spika, nilikuwa na swali kuhusu wafanyikazi kwa sababu Mheshimiwa Spika, kabla ya maktaba kugatuliwa kuna pesa zilitoka za kuongezea mishahara wafanyikazi wa maktaba, na hizo pesa na sijui kama huyo mkurugenzi wa maktaba yuko hapo. Swali langu ni je, hao wafanyikazi pesa zao watapandishwa vyeo? Kwa sababu wengi wao walifanya miaka 10, miaka 15 bila kupandishwa vyeo, na wakati wao wa kupandishwa vyeo ulipofika, maktaba iligatuliwa na hiyo pesa haieleweki pale ilienda. Niko na swali ama statement ambayo niliibua katika hii bunge na bado mpaka haijajibiwa. Labda waziri achukue hii fursa kujibu swali. Speaker.
Hebu jibu hayo maswali mawili kwanza ndio tuendelee waziri.
wa Taita Taveta. Kwanza mkurugenzi wa maktaba hayupo, ako kule Pwani katika warsha.
Tena usisumbuke sababu tulikuwa tunahitaji waziri, sio huyo mkurugenzi wa maktaba. Kwa hivyo waziri kama hako anajibu yako sawa kabisa.
Masuala ya pesa za mishahara za wafanyikazi wa maktaba, Mheshimiwa Spika, ni kwamba katika zile maktaba ambao wanaweza kuyapeana kufikia